do you pick coordinating fabric? Well, you can choose the texture, the color, and the shade. So I'm going to use an example to illustrate my point. To sew a wardrobe for one of my kids for a coming birthday, I asked them to choose. First, we have fabrics, and I asked my daughter to pick one fabric that has print in the color that she likes. She likes, and she pick one, and then I ask her to pick a solid color that can go with it. But before, I ask her to pick a print in the color that she likes, thinking about the different paint colors that she has that it can go with. And she picked the fabric, and I ask her to pick a solid color that can go with it, because there is an outfit that I saw her, the previous one that I saw her, that has two color combination, and I like to redo the same thing. So I will combine two different colors fabric in the blouse construction. So she picked the printed color. To pick the solid color was a little challenge for us. So we went to the Triad colors, the complementary colors, with all of them as well. They all bring in, their view, and we went through that. So the texture, one fabric with print, and another one that is solid color. Then with that in mind, then what color will be that solid color that will go with the printed fabric? So now we play with the shade of those colors, because we didn't have the complementary color of blue. And if we take this example, we have the background that is a dark blue. So I want a contrasting color, but we didn't have orange on hand. I asked them what is the complementary color of blue, and they say orange, but we didn't have orange in the fabrics that we have. So we needed to change. And as you look at this fabric, there are multiple colors in it that you could work with as well. Sometimes with the fabric you choose, if it is a printed fabric, they might have different colors that it will be easy for you to pick a color from within to coordinate with the fabric. In this instance though, we are trying to find the complementary color, which is orange, but we didn't have it. And one of my daughters suggested a Triad color and suggesting purple, but with all the colors we have in this point, adding a different color to where I think it'll just be too busy. So she suggested a brown as well, and based on them, the brown is in the neighborhood of orange, so could go as well. And brown could work because it's kind of neutral color, and we compare some brown to the blue, but I just didn't feel like adding more colors to what we have in the print. So who is going to wear the garment suggests a blue, and she picked the blue, a deeper shade that is closer to the shade we have in the fabric, and I thought it would just blend in too much. So, and during the it will just, and I want something that will contrast without overpowering the fabric. This will be the main fabric. The coordinating fabric is just going to bring accent, contrast, but not overpowering. And it was a little bit challenging for us to find it. The brown would work, but I just didn't want to add more color to it. So if you look here, this print play with shade quite a bit. It's kind of monochromatic in some way, beside the whites that they bring in, but we have different shades of blue, and so it just makes it a little bit challenging for us to choose a different color to add it to it. The dark blue will have worked well as well, but it just will blend in too much. So in addition to this one, I asked her to pick a second fabric, and she picked the printed fabric, and I asked her to pick a color that will go with it as well. So she picked a yellowish printed fabric, and we found a yellow that can go with it because that printed fabric has yellow and white, so a solid yellow could go with it. So we just pick a color from that to work with. But finally she picked another print for that second option. She picked another print, and to this we pick a yellow to go with it. So we have the print, and again with this one we do have the brown, the blue, because she likes blue. So she picked, so in this we have green, we have blue, we have yellow, we have white. Again, you can pick a color from the different colors already in the fabric to go with it. So we end up picking a yellow to go with it, and I think it was a good choice because, you know, it can go with the vibrancy of the lemon in the fabric. So we chose a vibrant yellow to go with it, even though the blue is a little bit muted, but the yellow is kind of richer color. So a vibrant yellow went well with the lemon, even though it's not a contrasting color of the main color here. So we pick the two to go with, but we still struggle with the fabric that will go with our original choice. And during the process we end up picking a lighter blue to match the blue that is already inside the blue, the fabric, because with the lighter shade it can actually pop up and show that contrasting color that I was after and not overpowering. So that's how we pick our coordinating fabrics for this project. And I was able to sew one outfit, and I sewed the original fabric, the first one that she picked, and you can see how we have the blue, the lighter blue, as accents of the printed fabric. And it was something I was going after without really having a clear idea how I'm going to pull it up. I thought about having the pleated color in the lighter blue, but I thought it would just be too strong having it as the trim outside might just work. And I thought about having the cuff at the sleeve in the lighter blue and have the darker, the printed fabric as the trim, as the tie. But again, I don't know how that will blend out, that will play out. So I just went with just having the lighter blue as the accent throughout. And it has waist tie, and we have it in the lighter blue as well. So that is an example of how you can coordinate fabrics to sew a garment. We use two colors, we use two fabrics in this garment construction, and that's how we play with the colors to pull it out, to make something interesting and unique. The original choice of the client and I would say contrasting, but it's not really contrasting. It's just because it's a lighter color, yeah. I would say the accent color to go with it, and we just pick a lighter shade from the fabric itself to go with this one. But it took us a while to actually narrow it down to this lighter blue in this selection, but it was a little bit easier for us to quickly see the yellow in this design and go with that yellow. I think a green could have worked as well. If I have a green here, a green could have worked as well, I would think. What do you think? Because we do have green, it's kind of lighter shade, but I think this darker green could have worked. We thought about a lighter green as well, but I think a lighter green will work. But because the yellow was kind of vibrant all over the print, it was easy to pick the yellow. And maybe because we chose a yellow print, a fabric before with a yellow, before she changed her mind and dropped that print and chose this. Maybe that's why it was kind of obvious for us to see this yellow that we picked for the original, for the previous yellow print. This fabric could just have worked with this and we kept it. But this one could have worked as well, in my opinion. But that's pretty much how I'm trying to play with colors to design a wardrobe for ourselves, for my children. And I designed my own pattern. I designed my own pattern, and it's just a simple pattern, but play with colors based on who is going to wear it, what is going to look great on the person, and the color in the original, the dominant fabric, and what can go with it. That's how I'm trying to play with those colors. I'm not a pro in color coordination, but that is a learning process for me as well, and I like to get my kids involved because I'm trying to teach them those things, how they can be more intentional about what they are wearing and be more presentable in their wardrobe. And for the project that we work on, this is the final choice of our fabric, and we end up sewing one of the projects, and we have not sewed the other one yet. We cut it, but we have not sewed it yet. I'm thinking about having multiple videos to show the different steps of how we sew the garment first. Yeah. If you were choosing those color, what would you choose to complement it? What do you think, based on your taste, your personality, what you like to wear, what color would you choose to coordinate, you know, the original print that you pick? If you want to work with color, we have the primary colors, yellow, red, blue, and yellow has a contrasting color of purple. We have green, we have red. Red has a complementary color green. We have blue, and blue has a complementary color orange. So yellow, red, blue are the primary, and the complementary colors in some way are the secondary colors as well. They are at the opposite side of the color wheel. So you can go with analogous color, which will be the same color along the color wheel. And if we want to do that, we have the blue inside, and when you have blue, you have green, you have purple. So we will want to choose one of the two colors to go with it, and then which shade. And if you want to choose a triad will be 3 colors but equally distributed along the color wheel. So with the triad, if we have blue, then it will be yellow, red, blue. So yellow, red, blue. So that means with this, so that means if you want to work with 3 colors, maybe yellow and red, but then how will you put the garment together using 3 coordinating fabrics? So I think 2 can be easier than 3. If you want to use tetrad colors, then you are using 4 colors, 2 colors and their opposite or their complementary colors. So that will be 4 colors you will be working with. Maybe if you are doing like block, color block for instance, it could work as well. So like I wanted to carve pen pattern for my son, and I wanted to make it in flannel, but I have 1 yard of some colors, different colors, and none of them is long enough to make the pen. Then maybe in that instance I could go with Triad and cut the legs, or maybe to try the colors, go with 4 and cut each leg of the pen in different colors. I think that's a very good idea. I don't have the fabrics here, but I end up going with fabrics that are wider for me to sew with. One that is kind of heavier, and then a flannel. So I have the 2 that I bundle together here for 2 pens, but maybe why not? They try the color could work fine for that. I'm not sure that is worth trying, but yeah, that's how you can play with colors to see how you can coordinate fabrics in making one garment out of it, or maybe what can go with it. Like for instance, the top and the pants, or the top and the cardigan or jacket, for instance. But in this instance, it's just one blouse that we want to use more than 1 fabric for, and how we will coordinate everything together without making the additional fabric overpowering the primary fabric that we have. So I didn't really care for the original fabric, but my daughter picked it, and I think the final product looks very great. But that's how we coordinated fabrics in creating these projects. Thank you. We thank you very much for watching our videos. We thank you very much for your time. We thank you very much for all your comments. And we thank you very much for all that subscribe to our channel. I'm Afiabi Liberman, creator of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and ninasub.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And sewing your own garment is one way to save money. For instance, we purchased those fabrics for the business, and we bought it from the business to make wardrobe for our children. We are buying from our own business. That's how we are contributing to our business. And at the same time, I'm learning how to sew garment, and I'm creating content from it at the same time to share the process, the few things that I'm learning that somebody might be looking for that information. the fabric were on sale for $2 a yard or so, and this one, I believe it was around $2 as well that we purchased it. And I would say about 3 yards was what I used, and then I cut the bias from maybe 1.5 yards from this. So if I say 3 yards from this is $6, and this is $2 a yard as well, and I use 44 inches length. Let's just say 2 yards. It's less than 2 yards, but let's say 2 yards. So that's $4 here, $6 here, and that is $10. So we use thread and we use my time. But again, I'm taking care of my house, I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, so it's okay for me to spend time on ourselves, on our clothes. So I don't have problem doing that, and at the same time I'm learning this skill that which can be marketable. So $10 to sew the outfits is 100% cotton, and it is custom made in the sense that we design the pattern ourselves, and it is tailored to the size of my daughter. So I just took her own measurement to design the pattern and to sew the outfits for $10. And I think for a tailored clothes or a tailored blouse, I'm sure you are going to pay more than $10 for it. But if you want to compare it to buying a blouse on sale at Walmart, for instance, or JCPenney, if it's really marked down, or a Burlington, yeah, you could find it that price or less or so. But again, the size may not be exactly your size, because those mass-produced clothing, they have standard sizes that they sew them in, and we wear them. It doesn't always fit us properly the way our body is shaped, because we all are different. But again, sewing it yourself, you can actually choose your color, because sometimes you can like something but not in the color you want, or you might like a color or something but not the design is so in. It might be too long or too big or too short, or you may not find your size because the store is out of it if you are looking to buy it on sale and your size is already gone by then, and things like that. But knowing how to sew things, you can actually see a design in the store, like it, that will give you idea, and you can just draw your own pattern, buy the fabric in the color you want it, and size it up to your body, and come up with something beautiful to wear that you are proud of. And if you look closely, oh, my stitches are not straight, but I'm sure my daughter will wear it with pride, because again, it is tailored to her size. It's not perfect, and I'm not looking for perfection. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. So thank you so much for watching.